So,
Greetings, salutations, good morrow, good evening, hello, hello.
Several of those.
Once again,
Hola.
I apologize. Sorry I'm late. I was on the phone with the fucking Costco premium membership sales rep. I think her name was Susan. And I asked her if she agreed with me that because Steven's massive hog only fired 10 loads at me, it means his dick is a California compliant rifle. No, I'm just kidding. That would be fucking weird.
Don't you actually know a guy named Steven?
Yeah.
So you're just talking about an actual person right now.
I'm talking
I
about my
believe
friend right now,
Yeah,
who I hope doesn't listen to this.
You're weaving advanced lore of yourself.
I know, I'm weaving him into the canon.
I see. Yes, I know who Steven is, as well. Good,
Sir.
good God.
We call him California compliant, Steve.
You know what?
Wow.
Weren't you guys planning on meeting up for like the hot tub stream? If you just bring Steven with him, that's just gonna be stuck in his head the whole time.
No, because I won't be naked in the hot tub stream. Thank you.
We will.
Well, all right.
Not me and you, me and Steve.
Anyway, hello and welcome to the next episode of Please Release Me from My Eternal Hell, episode 18. 19. Sorry, this is episode 19. Who would like to give me the recap of last time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, everyone lining up again.
yeah.
Don't everybody jump up at once.
What did we do last time?
The
Oh,
the island,
The island.
You know,
that's
that-
right.
let's see.
Oh, the Australian Kuatoa people.
Yeah. Because all of them were Australian.
Fucking Struth, mate. Yes, retribution.
I think I have something. I don't know.
All right, lay it on me.
We started off by we found ourselves investigating a salted island. We attempted a peaceful communication with the occupants of the island. Nothing when wandering around. We stepped forward to a strange flag made of a skin with strange tattoos, almost like a treasure map in a sense. We decided to camp to the night, and in the meantime, few of us got a tattoo. Mine was a bit with the gamble. Nanolf and Mouse came back after searching the dark and said they saw a fish folk walking towards the east. But Marlowe summoned said there was a great danger and we had to leave before it appeared, and he vanished. In that note, we left with haste. Upon reaching the rope we climbed up from, Nanolf saw a confusing sight and decided to walk away from it. We left the strange island and its strange mysteries and traveled westward towards our original goal. A couple weeks on sea, we found a barrel filled with gold. Traveled a little bit more, and we saw a floating island in distance. Laza wasn't all because he said this island was great importance. After discussing on what to do, we decided to take sails towards the island and see what it contained.
Yeah.
I think that was everything.
Calling that situation confusing was a bit late, I would say.
Yeah.
What are you confused about?
Why a fish wearing socks ate a fish wearing a beard?
They're clearly doing fish things. Yeah, they had prerogative.
Clearly.
Well, I left them to it, so hopefully they're okay. I think.
You don't swim in socks?
Oh,
You are the worst kind of people.
You don't swim in socks, bro?
Arcadum. If you look in the art channel, you might have some art to update.
Oh God, what now?
It's wonderful, though.
All right, hold on. Let me go fucking. All right, general art. Oh my god. That
Look at them
is
arms.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
hold
what you
on.
imagined.
Yeah, that's something, all right.
Everything you could have asked for and more.
Hold on, chat room. I need to do this. God, what an absolute unit.
New campaign, new breakfast.
Let me get
You're
this.
in bed.
Let me get this. This updated breakfast art for chat room to look at.
You're about to see a non-California compliant hog right here.
God, it's so swole, dude. Like it's so vascular. Like, it's.
So did me. What do you think?
It takes
He's
a
got
while.
the. He's got the.
Take the hog to hold a hog.
My
He's
hog
about to go whole hog.
is about to go whole hog.
Man.
All right, here we go. There you go, chat.
Oh my word.
Feast your eyes on breakfast. Oh my lord.
It's a lot of bacon.
Good pig.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. When I was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog. Very nice. Thanks. Alrighty. So, Laza will be joining your ally slot.
Excellent.
Laza intends to travel with you. Unless you don't want him to go with you.
What? We like
No,
him.
we'll take him. We'll take him.
We all like him, really.
I like Laza. He's nice.
Yeah, I got a tattoo of him.
Holy shit. That's crazy. Anyway. Alright, well,
Good.
let's do it then. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I have to double check some ally rules here.
I think
Mr. Gruul.
breakfast had a growth spurt. My.
Yeah. How can I help you?
Then ananas, or whatever. I'm still gonna call you Gruul. You might want to talk to the seer on board. If you're concerned about your mother's well-being. I think we've been here for like
Yeah.
a year now on this boat.
No,
So-
it's been a month. You're fine.
It's been at least 2.
Just to be clear, that's you in character being completely wrong about how much time, right? You don't actually think you've been here a year.
Is blurring.
Oh my
We've
god.
been here for 7 days.
I don't know. man.
But
Anyways.
yes, I would like to see if there's a report on that development.
Here's something you can take just in case. If the curse is unable to be stopped, there's perhaps something that could be done if there is a bit of time she has to work with. Marlowe will hand you a folded piece of paper that has, well, who knows on it? I folded it.
He'll raise an eyebrow and I guess unfold the paper, see what's inside.
It's written in sand. It's sloppily written. You give that to her. Have her charter a boat from Saphira back to Calcatesh. Make sure she holds on to that. She's supposed to go to a place in the Badlands called Galen's Gate. Give that piece of paper to a young woman named Dina Lucia Bell. She'll know what to do.
Well, I do appreciate it, but the curse has rattled her mind. I would probably have to ask the Barrow King to do such a thing for me.
By the way,
But I do appreciate this, if
a
nothing else.
brief moment of concern for your family or whatever popped into my mind. Figured I could do something.
No, it means a lot. Coming from you, I wasn't expecting it. So, thank you. Fold the letter back up, put it away. And like I said, if you ever need any help with your own personal library, right, with the rock, you have my assistance.
I appreciate it.
But he will take the suggestion to go see the seer, to see if there's any updates about whether they've been able to locate his mother.
Negative.
He'll just deeply sigh and walk back to the rest.
Oakley dokley. Before we go to this island, Laza's ally slot gives you the capability to have quite the potent caster with you. However, Laza is bound by the old ley lines, so you get to choose what spells Laza brings. Laza is capable of casting 6th level spells? Let me double check.
Wow.
No, 5th. Excuse me, 5th level.
God, wow, we're carrying around a campaign boss. Let's go.
But still, 5th level spells is nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Alright. So, Laza has specializations in the Abjuration, Divination, and Enchantment schools. I have a basic spell list for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The party gets to choose 4th and 5th level spells that Laza prepares for this journey. They may only be of the Abjuration, Divination, and Enchantment spell schools. That does not include Amber spells, which Laza will be able to prepare one of them, which is... I only have one option to take, so I'll tell you what it is, but you get to choose what my 4th and 5th level spells are. You get 2 4th level spells and 1 5th level spell. Which one would you guys like?
As in, like, the list from, or just to pick?
You get to choose them.
Oh, okay.
It was Abjuration, Divination, and Enchantment?
Abjuration, Divination, and Enchantment, 2 4ths, 1 5th. Your options are, for 5th level, are Synaptic Static, Scrying, Planar Binding, Modify Memory, Legend Lore, Hold Monster, Gaius, Dominate Person, Contact Other Plane. For your 4th level, you have Stone Skin, Psychic Lance, Private Sanctum, Locate Creature, Gate Seal, Divination, like the actual spell Divination, Confusion, Charm Monster, Banishment, and Arcane Eye.
I think Banishment should be a pickup.
I was thinking the same thing, but...
Please remember that those are the 3 schools that Laza has access to, but Laza's specialization is Divination, so any Divination spell you pick will be a more potent version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely Divination. I think the spell itself we should probably pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like Gate Seal. That's either going to be we're going to forget that exists, or it's going to be what prevents us from fucking turning into spaghetti. And I'm always down for the spaghetti contingency.
Yeah, I agree. So we get 3 level 4s?
You get 2 level 4s, 1 level
Okay.
5.
Mm-hmm. I think either Gate Seal or Planar Binding.
I like Gate Seal. I'll second that.
Gate Seal's like a
Okay.
preventative, and then planar binding is stopping someone from running, right? Basically, is the idea.
Yeah, they're both door closes, but from the opposite directions for the most part.
Oh.
If we don't take binding, we go with gate seal. Legend lore is pretty big.
I don't think we can ignore divination on the divination wizard.
I mean, you can. It's just this is about what you want Laza to bring to the table.
Yeah, because we
divination would be for Ezekine, and that's like Ezekine would just be like, just go, fucking do the library thing. Like, don't.
Well, he gives us a goal. The divination would help us like understand what's along the path to the goal.
Take both. Legend lore is 5th
I think
level.
our goal.
Divination is 4th. I agree with Gate Seal, though.
Is Legend Lore divination?
5th.
It's 5th divination. It's kind of like locate thing. I'm a bit against divination though. Like, honestly, I'd rather have Arcane Eye than divination.
Give me a second. I'm actually preparing his spell list for this adventure. So
Nice.
I do agree for the 5th level. I can't think of a better one overall than Legend Lore for us.
Well, we could ask for the Amber spell.
The Amber spell is Amber Bolt, and it's a cantrip. It's a basic attack spell.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so I don't. Does anyone have a vote for a level 5 other than Legend Lore?
Rory's telepathic bond, but then again, it's like, do we want him talking to us all the time?
No.
Giving us like, yeah, the future is a great thing.
I believe in you, Marlowe.
Yeah, nah, none of that nonsense.
How about you go on a date with the Twilight Mouse? What a good plan. Nothing can go wrong.
That sounds pretty good.
You can't handle this 120 pounds of solid man.
Too smooth.
Okay, so even if divination could be used for a different god, I highly doubt he would even chance that. And so, like, you can ask questions that are, like, future telling. So, what would Ezekine say? Like, stop, get back to me in a year. Like, stop fucking bothering me.
Do you guys have a way to see invisibility stuff? Anybody got anything like that?
I have the orcish thing where it makes it so that I don't get disadvantage, or they don't get advantage on me. I don't know if that's any level of detection.
That's not.
No.
Okay.
Telry had that. But that was...
yeah, that was Telry.
No.
All right.
I don't know if
Solo.
Swig does. I mean, we can always just take Death Ward. Although that's one of us.
All right, I got my spell selected. Just so the party knows, Laza's first, second, and third. Well, cantrips are Amber Bolt, Blade Ward. First level is Shield, Silvery Barbs, Sleep, Hideous Laughter. Second is Hold Person, Detect Thoughts, Suggestion, Mind Whip. And third is Counterspell, Non-Detection, Clairvoyance, See Invisibility, Remove Curse, and Dispel Magic.
Damn, this dude's a unit. Just looking at my spell list. Got rock, move rock, do rock.
Move rock, big rock, better rock.
I got it.
Become fast, hit many times.
This character...
I'm down for any 4th level. I'm just kind of vetoing divination because I don't think he would use it the way we want him to use it because it's very religious. And if it's like, hey, look, there's Babylon's here, just, chilling. We would probably have an easier time talking to him than Laza would.
Well, it's a truthful reply. Remember, whatever we get might be loaded, but it's at least will be full of truth.
No, but if we're like, hey, Laza, push the Legend Lore button, he'll probably do it. Or Gate Seal, for the most part, probably. The, like, hey, can you speak to a god that isn't Ezekine? And ask him for something is, I think it's against Lazo's character, and I don't want to risk that.
Were you getting this asking a god thing?
Why not just
Well,
ask him?
That's what
It's divination.
That's what divination is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Divination is your
Yeah.
magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. To be clear, Lazo would be okay with well, obviously Ezekine would be his preferred person to talk to, but if you absolutely thought another god would be a good option, it would only be acceptable if it was another god of knowledge who isn't a Lock-in High, like Runetheris, or some of the other Grey Pantheon gods, which share the same pantheon as Ezekine, as long as they're chill. Like Eos is pretty good. Probably not Nero, because that dude's fucking crazy. Shit like that. And he's a good character, so the good gods for the most part.
Black.
Yeah, none of the black really. He also probably would not want to contact Glory, because Glory is just going to tell you to smite it, and he doesn't like that. So there are other options, but Luke is correct in his presumption that he would prefer to just speak to Ezekine. So,
Well, the thought with it is that they can make, like, as followers, they can make, like, general contact with their gods, but divination would be a much more direct and...
well,
would give a lot
divination
more-
is a powerful spell. It's a 4th level spell for a reason. It's just... I'm just laying it all out there. What it is. Laza is a good-oriented character who worships a god of knowledge. So there are some gods that kind of fall into that. He might be willing to throw them a bone, but he's a follower of Ezekine, so...
My vote's on Arcane Eye. I think that's very useful.
Arcane Eye is one of the best spells in the game, so...
So what are the 2 spells we're gonna get for level 4?
I think we take Gate Seal for 4, Legend Lore for 5, and the other 4th, I'm throwing my hat in, but I think it should be whatever you guys decide on, other than... I mean, I'll take my vote out of the other 4, because I've kind of put my pen down for the other 2, but my worry of divination I want to express pretty thoroughly.
Would make sense. Magic Eye is pretty good too, so...
Yeah, I mean, I guess Legend Lore would be somewhat enough.
Plus we need someone to scout better than what we already do.
Yeah, well, we have Mouse, who can stealth. I mean, Arcane Eye's ability is just really top tier, but we are going into a library, so it's not like the people we're going to run into aren't aware of Arcane Eye.
Maybe.
That's if there's people there. It might
If
be
there's
empty,
people.
but it might be filled. Might be filled to the tits with traps.
Yeah, constructs
you
or
know.
something. Who knows?
And skeletons. Ooh.
We'd rather an Arcane Eye go through the wall that turns you into spaghetti than
Yes.
one of us.
While I'm somewhat confident in my ability to undo traps, yes, please send a spell through it. Arcane Eye sounds good to me.
I'm confident, but, let's not make unnecessary risk.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
So, Legend Lore,
Put them all with a
Gate
lie.
Seal, and Arcane Eye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds like we basically got it figured out.
So, Gate Seal?
Yep.
Arcane Eye?
Yep.
And Legend Lore?
Yep.
Okay. Ally ready.
Do we initiate these spells, or are there like certain? I assume there's certain contingencies where if like his life or his god is potentially at risk, he'll pull the trigger on these himself.
I mean, he's still a character, like, with his own
Okay, cool.
stuff, but he's like your ally, so he'll be
Gotcha.
a part of the, conversation. He'll help as best he can. So,
He's not gonna be a Rhoda, so...
Lazo, we need 45 DPS right now.
oh! I could hold person him.
Solid.
Do it, old person.
Dominant monster me.
Okay.
Cast it on me.
Also, so you guys know, he has a amber staff, and he has an armored robe.
Nice.
Nice.
And his amber bolt is a very nifty cantrip that deals 1d8 points of damage and silences the enemy for 1 round if it deals damage to them.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, fuck them.
Very handy.
All right. Also, Laza has 85 hit points. So
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a high-level wizard. Not even over 100.
Arcadum, once you get to a stopping point, what does my tattoo do?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, you and Knarh got tattoos.
We got tat.
Yeah, it's tattoo time.
I totally fucking forgot about that. My bad.
Let me just
Aha!
Let me
over
see.
here next to you.
What is your...
I got an ankle tattoo for spider climb.
Rolled
It
an
was
18.
geometric, right? So spell
Yes.
storage.
Geometric.
Didn't you guys make like a thread?
There was a channel for
It's
it.
in general. There's a thread.
How do
We
I
recorded.
access... Oh, there we go. I
Is
see.
it-
Here we go. Oh, yeah. The random rapper just got posted in here for some reason.
It was
Hey,
XXX Tentacion for
Yeah,
the
dude.
reference.
He's got Veneteer's tattoo.
The elephant neck tattoo.
Yeah, a sick tat, dude.
Geometric spider on ankle. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
except he flavored it as a mouse.
Your fucking ankle bone splinters into 1,000 pieces and little spider legs come out of it.
Ah. I hope not.
It's just an actual spider.
It just crawls off and carries me up the wall.
That'll be 25 gold, Mrs. Mouse.
You said free until you ran out of ink. I'm holding you to it.
Did I?
Yes, you did. You can check the VOD 2 sections back. 1 session back? 1 session back.
Look back in time, Mr. Marlowe. You'll see it right there.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Feeling.
Search your feeling, Marlowe. You know it to be true.
I hate you.
Ah. Let me pull up my notes.
Notes.
Okay, there's yours. And what did Knarh get?
Find familiar tattoo on my arm. To help me utilize it faster.
Nice.
On your
Summon
arm?
weep away. Yeah.
What kind of design?
Rabbit.
No, is geometric.
Geometric for
Okay,
spell
thank you.
storage.
Thank you, Marlowe.
It's a conjure a rabbit concubine.
Wait, what was that last part?
Wait, what?
Looks at the arcane symbols you're tattooing on my arm. What was that last part you just said?
Marlowe continues stabbing your arm with a needle. It's just a rabbit with 2 big circles underneath it.
Booba.
Just gonna put that there.
All right, there you are.
Jesus, is your exposure at 7 now?
Sweats nervously. Maybe.
Wow, that'd be real crazy if something went up.
Oh, we should put fucking Death Ward on Swig. Because if we put it on him, we put it on us.
Alrighty, so Laza is prepped and ready to go. All his spells are good. Everybody else, tattoos, everything good. Everybody's got their consumables, everything kind of stocked up and ready.
I need some more Shatter Shot. We have like 9 more bars of steel. How much could I get per bar of steel?
For what?
Shatter Shot.
Oh, you want to make shatter shots? Bolts?
Yep.
They could probably make you 10 of them. How many bars of steel do you have?
We used 1 for his armor, so that leaves us with 9.
9?
Yes.
I think you have enough time to use 2 stocks to make 10 bolts. Yeah.
We have 7 steel. Steel was on my character, by the way, so.
Oh, you get it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it on the pig?
No, it's on me.
Please tell chat what the tattoos do. I could, or I could leave you in suspense.
Aha!
I also have a tattoo.
Haha, ho ho.
Can I make
Twilight
some potions, dude?
Yeah, you can make some potions, yeah. Twilight Mouse received Soft Heal Blessing. Once per long rest, the bear can activate the spell Spider Climb, constant exposure 2. Knarh has Summoner's Brand. Once per long rest, you may summon your familiar. Constant exposure 2. This does not add exposure while the familiar is active.
Ooh.
Okay. And you wanted to make potions, Lurker?
I would love to.
How many stocks do you have?
The barrel of silver salts.
Okay, so that's plenty then. Do you have any tricks, masteries, feats, anything like that to deal with alchemy?
Trick and alchemist kit.
Trick and alchemist, is that efficiency? I think that's efficiency. What are you trying to make?
Can I make greater healing potions?
Do you have the recipe for it?
No. I would just mix some, silver salt and water. Move on.
All right. In that case, you can make 4 healing potions. Oh, wait, no, 8 healing potions. Yeah.
No. Nice.
Production.
So
Great.
you got 8 healing potions. You can spread them out amongst your party.
I have one.
I'll spread them out. Give 2 to everybody.
So you're not gonna have any on yourself?
No. Well, yeah, I'm gonna spread them out to the party and not have any on myself.
You have the bonus action drink potion ability. Come on now.
You should.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
don't
wanna
give him the
use
Gruul.
party,
He wants
not
to
on
die,
myself. I want to give Gruul the extra one if there's an extra one. 'Cause he wants to die.
Okay, there's
you gotta
Nice.
keep him encouraged.
Kill him.
Yeah. That was fucking metaphorical.
Let me see here.
all right. So there's 8 of them, so that's 1 each, and then a couple people get 2.
Yeah, and then Knarh and Marlowe, because Marlowe seems to want to die as well. I don't know why. He just shatters, crumbles.
So,
But what? No, I don't.
no, he said Nana.
Well,
Yeah, once
No,
in
no,
a
no, no,
enough,
no, no, no,
man.
no, 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 no,
Marlowe.
no, no, no.
What? Batman's Climber's good?
Mr.
And
Laza.
climbers.
Oh,
Hey, before I go to get my burritos out of the toaster oven, I have to ask, did you finish making my box?
No, I'm sorry.
Are you down to hammer that out? I can give you a hand if you like. Marlowe will flex.
I'm not sure I could finish it before we reach the island.
Mind if I ask what you were doing in the meantime?
What do you mean?
Like, it's a box. Were you? Did you forget?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
Marlowe will go get his burritos out of the oven.
Staring out into the ocean.
Where are the potions? I don't see them.
I couldn't find them either, so I just made a new item and called it health potions.
Oh no, I can
I can't make
add it.
anything
I can add it
from
to you.
that
Hold on.
Oh,
I was just
Oh, great. My Discord just fucking broke on me. That's cool.
What?
My Discord...
Luke just disconnects and leaves the chat.
No, my Discord broke
That was-
on me. That was weird.
That was Arcadum himself.
the man.
All right, Luke, what box are you talking about?
A box of amber coins. I wanted him to flatten them out and kind of paste them on the inside of the box to make like a.
Oh,
Faraday cage
the
type thing.
sealed thing. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he can do that. That's fine. I thought I had
Okay.
forgotten about an enchanted item you wanted.
No.
That's
yes.
that's easy though. That's and all my talkies are broken. Great.
Uh-oh.
Like if I didn't have -1 strength, I'd fucking do it.
Lol.
Haha, we are gears. Look how cool we are.
Oh, in a mountain. Look at
What?
the mountain.
Chugga,
What is
chugga.
happening, dude? My Discord just exploded.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
hold
was
on.
about to summon 100 mice.
Let me try.
Hey,
let me,
we're back.
Are we back?
Look
We
how-
good? No.
We have
Everyone's fucking wrong.
Everyone is back
TikTokies.
to
Who am I?
originals.
Oh god, they have
my
to look
God.
at my actual profile picture. These poor people.
Nara
Right.
transforms into a hummingbird.
What?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. We're good. Everything's good.
Yay.
Not the horny dog, dude.
You chose this.
Damn, you're right.
Got him. All right. So your amber sealed box is definitely something that can be made. So how big was it?
It was the box that
it
came
was-
in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's like
It's a box that can hold 200, or it's a box that can hold 100 coins.
so that'd be
200
like
coins.
I'd say a small chest then. So we'll say capacity of 60 pounds. Yeah, that should be fine. That's good.
60 pounds of feathers.
Oh my god.
Let's make this as complicated as possible.
60 pounds of feathers because it takes up more space.
La, 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 la.
Portuguese. I speak 8 languages.
Man, I wish. I tried. I failed.
I tried. I failed.
I am ashamed.
Wait, hold on. You speak English, Portuguese, Spanish, and Japanese, right?
Some of those really well, some of those really poorly, but yeah.
So my man's over here polyglotting, still
Trying to
complaining.
Speaking D's nuts.
Attempting.
I'm really glad that Luke knows 2 different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He speaks some Portuguese at me every once in a while. It was
He knows English and depression.
unexpected.
I've woven them together into poetry.
Oh my god. Okay, you guys
You
ready?
think I'm joking?
I don't think you're joking.
Yeah, let's get off this this thing. You are literally witnessing a man losing his mind.
Am I? I thought I was witnessing the ocean roll by. Or is the boat rolling by?
All right, let's gather you guys up.
Soon we'll be
on
on an island in the sky. So
bit of an important question, I think. Does Laza have any idea how a stasis field is going to interact with our undead who require to eat excess magic?
No, he does not.
Nice.
Mr. Ninanoth, Mr. Venethtier, and Mr. Suig, if you drop dead when we arrive, it was nice knowing you, I suppose.
I noticed that you fed breakfast some of the silver salt. Would that be a decent substitute, if needed, for like rations for us?
What are you talking about? I can just turn into a monkey.
That's true.
You can. The rest of us
Mr. Suig will be fine.
Hey, I could just turn into a monkey. Hey.
He keeps the same teeth though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's something I found out. That's why I changed up to gold. You know, every time I transform, everything just turns gold.
Gold teeth. Golden toothed shark.
Wealth preservation.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that we're locked in, ready to go, I will once again remind you that you are about to enter some pretty crazy content. I already kind of gave you guys the spiel and you decided that you want to do it, and that's fine. My final warning is this. From this point forward, every encounter has the following traits. Get out your pens.
Ooh.
I'll type these in your notes too.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm just going to type them out and then read them off for chat.
In the meantime, I have to give the skin tapestry to the captain. Say that it is apparently a treasure map.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
The skin tapestry treasure map isn't a euphemism. It's like very literal.
Yes, I know.
Yo, go have some fun while we're
Here,
reading.
Here, while we're off reading, go get some money, get paid.
Yeah, you and the boys can play with the skin tapestry.
You and the boys can have a good time. You drop them off at Chuck E. Cheese's while you guys go handle fucking national security threats.
I got kicked out of the Chuck E. Cheese's for beating it to the animatronics guy.
What?
Never mind, it didn't happen.
Whoa. What?
fake alarm.
Like, Five Nights at Freddy's changed a whole generation.
A whole generation?
Just the one?
Five Nights at Freddy's made me change a lot of my chores.
The current generation, I don't know that's been changed. It's just, it's been shaped.
I think we moved past Zillennials, Zoomers. I think we're on a new one now.
Oh.
What are we on now?
The alphas.
Yeah, that's right. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Alphas.
It's yeah.
How
We're on the big
presumptuous.
cows. We're the Chad generation, you know?
All right, here we go. Library of Cos.io encounter traits. All encounters in the Library of Cos.io will have the following traits. All of them. So consider yourselves appropriately warned. They will have Ruthless, Tactician, Cunning, and Prismatic. So I'll go through what all those mean. Ruthless is the one that most people are familiar with. It's that enemies will not ignore you when you are down. They will attempt to finish you off if you give them the opportunity, as long as it doesn't fall outside their tactics. Tactician means that once you pass your turn, that's it. If you forgot to add a modifier, forgot to move somewhere, forgot to apply something, that's it. And we only go back for illegal actions. But that includes me as well. Cunning, which means that normal enemy tactics are put aside, and that enemies get to use the DM's cunning to set up attacks, to use the environment. Basically, they use my intelligence instead of their pre-programmed intellect. And then finally, prismatic. So prismatic means is that the preternatural forces of the colors are present in this place. That doesn't mean which colors are present, only that it is possible. So keep that in mind.
So if it were hypothetically violet death would be on the table because of the prismatic.
I cannot answer that.
Okay.
Only the presence of the colors are there as a preternatural force. I will say, as a reminder, that violet death in and of itself was a power of the enemy using the color incorrect. Well, using the color for its nefarious purpose.
Okay, gotcha.
So, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it's not going to be something like an enemy has that. It's going to be like, I leap into the violet. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Like, yeah.
I eat the violet.
But prismatic is effectively an open door.
It's an open door to the preternatural forces of the colors, like the colors of creations. Yeah, capital C.
Gotcha.
That's what that means. That's all I can really say. You'll see.
Cool.
All right, everybody understand?
Yeah.
As well as I can.
All right, good. Here we fucking go.
Well, been an honor.
The King's Ire approaches the floating isle. And as you do, you will see up ahead it is sort of covered in a thick fog, like it is floating upon a cloud. You can see pieces of stone and rock hanging from vines. And precariously, it seems that these rocks and vines kind of descend downwards towards the ocean's surface. The King's Ire positions itself beneath these coiling vines and stones and rocks. And after positioning itself, weighs anchor, holds position, and allows you the opportunity to climb the mast and to reach the vines and stones. The way up is an arduous climb, one that you take great care and expend the necessary resources in which to do so. The climb takes hours, almost to the point to where an entire day is nearly used just ascending. So, the party has a choice: to camp here, or to push forward and risk exhaustion. What would you like to do?
Are we camping on one of the hanging rocks? Is that...
Yes.
Well, always a first time for everything. I vote on camping here.
Well, one thing to be stated is a good portion of us can push through this, even if it is rather exhausting.
Well, yes, but my legs are very small, and we don't want to push everyone else.
Hey, you can say as small as you want. I've seen you run across the deck like
I'm
a blur.
natural. I'm a sprinter. I don't have the
You need rest.
long-term conditioning. I do. No, but perhaps Miss Knarh and yourself and Laza?
Laza, do you need a rest?
I think it would be wise. That way I could be at full strength.
Bit of wisdom, temper my eagerness. Does make sense.
I can agree with the rest.
Alright, everyone wants a rest.
You rest.
As well, for the rest of us that aren't risen need to skip a night of sleep. We should probably save that for Then, no need to exert ourselves.
I guess, are we within the stasis field already?
Yes.
I guess we should also try and see how that is, how the stasis is affecting us.
You haven't fallen over yet. You seem alright.
Knarh, are you still able to channel for us?
Careful. I wouldn't test it out right here.
I mean, if
We
we
are
are
on a
sitting here
random
for a
floating
rest,
rock.
we will start starving if we don't get some food, so to speak.
Like, immediately.
Yes. If we take our time resting, our body naturally, I guess, it consumes our excess amount of exposure to sustain us, like you would food. I believe
If you can do it with cantrips, I don't know. I feel like...
Yes.
Never mind.
Perhaps Miss Knarh can cast several non-intrusive spells, and then Suig could distribute, the energy.
My cantrips don't give exposure.
Ah.
I could cast message, but it feels too intimate.
Nonetheless, we still have to make sure that the rest of us can eat.
Knarr's just munching on a ration as you...
Are you worried the channel might have strange effects in a stasis field?
Strange effects are one. The other is the expulsion of mana. I've never seen anybody from Calcatesh do something specifically like that. Similar maybe, but not in this manner.
Crunch.
It's rather
There's a first
aggressive.
time for anything, isn't there?
Well, what would you require for you to think it to be safe? And this is the most efficient way we have of dealing with our hunger.
That's fair. Well, if somebody's watching in a way that they might not notice it, is what I'm worried about.
Well, we are resting. I can attempt to check the surroundings beforehand if need be.
Out of character, can you do that once per location? Or is it like once per day? Or is it just on demand?
Can you do what? Sorry, what?
The, Gruul's feeling thing.
It just requires 10 minutes. There is no limitation on it.
Yeah, but I mean...
Okay.
It hits 2 miles, so...
3 now.
3 miles. So, it's unlikely you'll have to use it again unless something comes up.
That makes sense. Well, it might be safe to do now.
Yeah, I will take the time to detect the area and use primeval awareness. And yes, I have the feat.
And if it's safe...
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I need a second.
Ooh. And Knarr's just like, and if it's safe, maybe then I'll channel that way we can make sure everyone's at tip-top shape.
I will put this in notes for you.
You know, I could channel.
It only
Test
affects
the water.
yourself. Yeah, that would only affect yourself.
How does channeling work differently between yourself, Mr. Swig, and Miss Knarh?
So, you know about me marks and everything?
See them, yes.
I don't really have great control over my magic. It's been actually a long time of using it before I've got this much control. When I call forth the mana of the earth, it floods the area. Everyone gets some of it. Not just me.
I see.
Which, ups and downs, good and bad.
And when Mr. Swig does it? What happens then?
The mana I channeled out of the earth only goes into me. It doesn't spur out of control. Because I can control it.
Interesting.
Though I suppose with having Suig being a druid and all, he could actually keep it from affecting the people we don't want it to affect whenever I go all in.
That's what we've been doing for the most
Mana
part.
might not also work the way we are
Alright.
accustomed to.
Here is what your primeval awareness reveals. The following types can be found within 3 miles. Fiend, Celestial, Aeon, Humanoid, Construct, Primordial, Inevitable, Undead, Aberration.
What's an Aeon and an Inevitable?
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
Let me go through this. So, of the axioms of morality, each one has a different outsider representation. Fiend represents the concepts of evil. Celestial, the concepts of good. Primordials, the concept of chaos. Inevitables, the concept of law. And Aeon, the concept of neutrality, representing the fundamental forces. That is where the colors are found, is in Aeon. Humanoid, straightforward. Undead, straightforward. Aberration, straightforward.
There is such a cavalcade mixture of
You
beings.
guys walked into the fucking show, all right?
Good lord, I really wish we got banishment.
Girls,
They were-
we are not high enough level for this shit. We're
There
not
are-
like, tiptoe.
We are far more capable than you think, but it is many planar beings are here.
Can you guys just like pause for a second? I'm gonna leave Discord and rejoin, see if that fixed the talkies.
Gotcha.
Oh, yes.
All right, say something.
On
Yo,
All right, that works.
Girls, we are not
That
high
works.
enough level for
That fixed it. Go ahead.
Hey,
good.
there we go.
well, I get 1 martial check.
Yes, please use it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Which one do you choose?
Oh, boy.
You said
Don't-
the
don't-
Aeons
don't pick
were
the
of the
Aeon.
color, right?
Do not.
Don't.
Do not pick the Aeon.
Okay. Are you worried about it? Like drastically?
Yes.
The undead would be interesting then? Yes?
I mean, if you want to get frisky, you could do inevitable.
If you want to,
That's-
I mean, let's be a little frisky. That's fucking Luke right there, dude. 100%.
Yeah,
let's-
I wouldn't do because like if you cast a spell or something, there is conceivably possibly a 20th level wizard who just knows you're casting a spell because he's just
I'm not casting.
if you that's the thing. Like you're doing a thing to a thing that probably knows you're doing a thing by doing the thing.
Looks
You-
just
you
like
catch
don't
my
do
drift?
drugs, kid.
Well,
But you know.
I know a lot of you wizard types detect magic. I'm not doing magic. I'm detecting the natural, energies of beings. I'm reaching
You
out.
remember when you
Oh, there was the dragon. Yeah.
fuck, actually, dragon? Yeah, I actually forgot what.
Yes, Rasputus.
I'm
Right,
curious.
yeah, Rasputus is so full of his own shit that like I'm surprised he even noticed anybody else noticing him. And that guy is like nowhere near what this is.
Oh, I know what a fiend
I think if you're gonna risk,
but-
I think if you're gonna risk your biscuit, it'd go for the inevitable. Mostly out of
Alright.
curiosity. Don't do
Well,
the
how about I'll do the undead, seeing as well we are, and perhaps there's some kind of connection that possibly could be made, or humanoid.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm just trying to hard veto the Aeon.
Yeah, veto the I got you. Well, first martial check. Let's see. We're gonna
Or
target
inevitable for stream chat.
I just think it's so funny. It's like, hey, don't do Aeon. We're not ready to kiss yet. But I mean, let's hold hands. Like that's not.
Yeah.
I'm
do
gonna
inevitable for our next characters.
All right, I am worried because now you mentioned the dragon. I'm like, oh yeah, powerful beings might be able to know what I'm doing. So I'm going to choose the undead for personal.
Very well. There is only one undead creature.
That's
Oh.
concerning.
The undead creature is a lich.
Ah,
His name is Cornelius Blackfire.
Oh, great.
What would
Got
you
a
like?
name.
What would you like to know about him?
Oh dear lord.
Kind of think it's done.
Trying to
Give
think.
me his HP.
No.
I was just like,
No.
give me his HP.
Cornelius Blackfire.
You do location.
I already get that by default.
up on the island in the library.
Well, yeah, I get like a general location, not an exact location.
Don't those
Should
guys
I-
need souls to be powerful?
Would I be able to? Oh god, he's a lich.
They use like phylacterizals and shit.
What is his school of mastery? I guess.
Necromancy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Lamau.
Yeah. Does that give me anything that he's? Well,
You already asked your question. I
Yeah,
answered.
yeah.
He made them communications.
Oh yeah, don't do it again.
No. It's 24 hours per target anyway. So.
I'm saying even 24 hours from now, I'd be very careful of doing it again. Because one time is like, oops, I accidentally opened the door to the bathroom. But 2 times it's like, bro, why are you doing this again?
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
I've been there.
Yeah? Where you opened it the second time?
Like, are you sure you're shitting okay? I can help.
Sometimes I'm convinced Luke is actually a cat.
I'm a shit
So-
wife. People shit.
So Ninanath will like put his hands together for a moment and just think of like how to explain. So there's only one undead currently here, and he is a lich.
Don't got a clue what that means.
But then I don't know. You look to the Calcatessians if you know the name Cornelius Blackfire.
Blackfire sounds familiar.
History check.
Is this from your time, Laza?
History check. Marlowe. Do you have history trained?
Mastery. Yeah, normal.
Yeah, roll. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, wait, hold up.
That doesn't look right.
I have 2 checkboxes. That should be 13.
Okay.
That expertise.
So, Cornelius Blackfire, the Blackfire family is a prominent family in Calcatesh. They have had their hands in all sorts of different things. They're pretty much one of the most famous families on Calcatesh, especially in the older histories. Specifically, it is notable that the Blackfires fell out of favor during the last era, but the era hence to that, they were quite the celebrity. It is even rumored that Marcellus Kingvale, who essentially brought on modern-day necromancy in Calcatesh, was challenged directly by the Blackfires themselves.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit biased, but I actually really liked King Bill. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's a bad guy," but he's like kind of an artist if you think about it.
He was definitely on the artsy side. Very, very right-brained.
Marlowe will not say in the
Left
presence of
range?
law.
Laza will say that. I think I remember the Blackfires. They were dealers in the arcane, I believe. Merchants of magic. I've certainly heard of them before.
Much has changed in the time that you've been asleep.
He's, I can only describe it as ascended to some kind of extremely powerful undead wizard. A lich, I think it's called. The information I get is strange.
I assume he's at a similar density of power as the Barrow King.
Well, this is a library. Would he be amenable?
This isn't just
as a wizard?
library.
The way you were talking, the entire island is a library. Is that not the case?
Presumably. But let's just assume that anything we could possibly want to know could be in this library. This isn't like a bookstore in Saphira. This is more knowledge than perhaps we would even hope to find exploring on Vanti ruins. Well, I can't guarantee you will have anything regarding the history of Corvinus. The wealth of knowledge in a place like this is...
You were saying
almost
to
suffocating.
keep an open mind, and it could be anything?
I've seen weirder.
It's safe to assume that it is anything or everything.
Huh. I see. Well, I'm going to take a quick nap. And then I'll be ready to go again.
Then
Swig, you said
these
you were
three
going.
fed.
Yeah, Swig, you said you were going to test the waters with channeling.
Before that, what
Yeah.
did you say, Knarh?
About getting them fed.
Look, I'll test the waters out, see what happens. If nothing happens, I'm guessing nothing will happen here.
You guys want to wait until you get hungry?
We are hungry. This is the time that we should eat. Whenever we take a long rest.
This is hunger.
I need my Snickers.
You're not you and you're hungry. Would you like to channel, Swig?
Yes.
Okay. As you channel, man is summoned forth, and you and your comrades of the risen variety are able to eat a little bit. Not a lot, though. It almost feels that the mana that you're summoning from the ley lines of Corvinus is struggling to even reach you up here.
Well,
You have a concerned look on your face, Mr. Swig. Are you concerned?
I think we're a bit too high up.
Well, the island is higher
But-
still.
Summoning it. True that. Well, it's still possible to bring up some mana from the earth, but it is pretty high and it's gonna be a bit stressful, I guess.
Was I correct in assuming that you were concerned?
He struggles with emotions.
Somewhat.
I don't struggle with emotions. I have fantastic emotions. I just don't get people's faces too much.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you struggle.
it's
Well,
the
have you ever met a
thing.
cat man who smiled to you and then sold you something that bit you in the ass? Everyone's like, oh, smile means happy. It's like, no. Smile means this might bite me in the ass.
Well, you
What?
trusted a cat man.
Khajiit have wares if you have
Was it a
coin.
big grin or was it like a friendly smile?
Wait, what?
What was that second thing?
Are you talking about the ass biting? The ass biting was a metaphor. Regardless.
Well, I mean, knowing you, who knows if it's a metaphor or not.
Does the party rest?
Yes.
Yeah, we fed, so might as
All
well
right,
now.
the party rests. And the next day, the next morning, as the sun cusps the edge of the horizon, you finish your climb and enter the library of Ka-Sael. Oh, man.
Da, 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 da.
We use our imagination now. Imagine. A lot
Can you
of
imagine singing the Jurassic Park theme song before you get fucked repeatedly?
Yes. Yes. We need the Jurassic Park theme song. We're going on
Ain't
to an
no kingdom
island.
sign.
There's
But the
clouds.
but we gotta do the recorder version.
the kazoo version.
I'm like physically sweating.
The conflicts theme gives me the feels too. I did some of my first art for Arcadum while listening to this particular theme. Good times. Yeah. I was watching Kraig and Legend and a couple others play. Yeah.
I was watching those guys too.
There was once a burly mustached man.
It twitched with anticipation. Ah,
Now you're a
wonderful.
big, burly, muscly woman.
Did you watch Vale of Kings featuring yours truly?
I did.
Sure
I did.
too.
I started rooting for you guys about like halfway through it. For the first half, I was absolutely convinced you guys were gonna die, and then you just didn't, and then you continued to not, and so then I started rooting for you. Yeah.
We're gonna run into that in 5 minutes.
I know.
Oh, we're not. It'll be fine.
Like, do you disagree with the Lich? Like,
Man,
Yes.
man,
Carefully.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you
Dude,
have-
I am. God, this is heavy for me.
Do you have personal opinions in front of the Lich or a sense of agency?
Abso-freaking-lutely. For my name ain't not.
Okay, here we go.
You can eat her, my lord.
Here we go.
I might need just 2 more minutes. I just want to make this the best I can make it. So give me just a second.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. You continue musing about whether or not I'd be willing to sell the party members for maybe 10 minutes of life.
I mean, like,
10 minutes of life for you or for someone else?
No, for me.
Oh,
I'm not gonna fucking sell you out for so you can live for 10 minutes.
no. Never mind.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you know, the rest of us are pretty resistant to mind-altering effects, so pretty low chance he could dominate us.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, kill you.
You should tell him that.
Filthy undeads, dude, breaking the cycle of life. It's too nice. But
I like Suig. He's funny.
Oh yeah, what's your opinion on how do I put this? Selfishly minded, crafty individuals, Mr. Swig?
no, I rather like to think that I am one of them.
Marlowe tips hat, invisible hat.
Well, I mean, you were rather courageous, if I do say so myself, when we were besieged by the Kraken. Or the, well...
No, it
jellyfish
was
thing.
actual personal gain. I would have gotten a medal from the Barrow King if I saved you.
Oh, have you already reported this back to them? Your moment of heroism?
I've told my druid friends, so nothing else really matters.
Ah, of course.
He's got his personal group approval.
Not like me. I'm only into girls, so I can tell the boys about it.
Ah, I see.
I believe it. It's all about the theatrics with you, isn't it,
I
Marlowe?
understand.
He gets you,
Yes.
finally. Somebody.
Yes.
The theatrics is only a thin veneer over the existential dread, everything that looms over me.
I mean, you seem pretty held back here, but you were excited at least to come up here on the boat.
A boat? Are you shitting me?
From the boat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can tell by looking at your face.
Your lip like twitched upwards for like a moment.
Yes. Let me guess from your expression. You are either very, very excited that we are going up on this island, or someone died and you liked them very much.
Oh,
You know, I used to
that's
smile when I was a lot younger, until people started convincing themselves that I was happy.
Why would you be happy for the good of others?
Or at least, look like you're happy.
No, sometimes I'll just smile at a positive thought or frown because I had a negative thought, but it's pretty unfair, I think, to judge the entirety of somebody based on something you have in your head. So it's just easier.
I mean, is it really a judgment or an assessment? If you think about it.
It depends on if it's a held opinion or something you are observing in their actions.
Either way, don't know. Less trouble for me, though.
Fair enough, though the rest of us are rather struggling.
At this point, I just shook my head and agreed with Marlowe's ideas.
What?
The real way to go about it is you fake happiness so you gain the edge in commercial trade. This way you are wealthier and they are happier. Both sides win.
I see.
So what? Take their money to make them happy?
And so, it begins.
Library.
Let me know when you're loaded.
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 As you arrive to the top, before you opens a massive complex constructed of stone, shadow, and storm. Clouds float and rain falls upwards, sideways, and downwards. Almost as if that the magics that surround this place are attempting to seal it from the places around it. As you step up through the mists, as you reach the other side, something profound happens. Those of you that are risen feel a strange coldness surge through your bodies, and you feel the hunger for exposure gone. Knarh feels her entire body light on fire and then pass almost as quickly. Marlowe feels only a reassuring warmth, like that of home. From this point forward, your exposure is always considered 5, and you ignore all other rules surrounding it. You may cast to your heart's content, as long as you have the slots to fulfill the energy. Those of you that would normally hunger for exposure do not any longer. For in this place, mana is balanced, and the broken, shattered ley lines of Corvanus no longer hold sway. Before you, a great stone gate can be seen. Walls and parapets surround it, a fortress of knowledge, protecting the secrets within. There is a strange, almost fog of eras that surround you, like time is slowed here, or perhaps is still. The map is active. You may do as you wish.
That is very strange. It's almost stale, the best word to use it.
Almost stagnant, really.
I don't feel it.
You say stale, but that stuff burns.
Shall I?
This is what you're looking for, Knarh. This is how the mana is on other continents. With
Like
Calcatesh.
spicy food?
Well, are you still? What do you mean?
Like
I
it
love
burned. It burned for like a good couple seconds.
Sensation.
Transitionals. Cheesecake. Sorry, continue.
Still feel everything. There's the front door.
Shall I go on ahead?
Anything you guys need to look at before we move, or anything up on the walls, doors, or such?
Marlowe and Laza.
Last time we came across a secret location, hidden. There was some
Real
kind
quick.
of puzzle to get in.
Real quick, no, I mean to interrupt. I just wanted chat to know that this song is called Silence by Yannick Haverland, which is the name of the YouTube channel. I just want to make sure that gets supported.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
This is more of the area of Marlowe and Laza. I'll let them take the lead if need be.
Okay.
Still staying behind Twilight Mouse, but kind of eyeing out of the corner of his eye the architecture.
We should perhaps be on caution. We don't know if there's friend or foe beyond those gates.
Yeah, plenty of dangers, though. That much I can assure you.
I think the issue is, well, maybe not for yourself. You might have a fighting chance, Chrome, but if they are foe, I don't think we're long for this world.
Then let's not be seen.
It's a good way to make us a foe. Perhaps we should just knock. Or try the door.
That's fair.
Yes.
Would you like to do the honors? I
No.
can't reach the handle. It's made for bigger people than me.
I walk up. In the door?
As you approach the door, you can see that it is closed.
I'm gonna reach up to open it.
As you approach and raise your hand, you can see that it appears in letters in ethereal writing. Welcome, daughter of Corvanus.
In Corvin?
Correct.
Thanks.
The door's open.
Well, that was welcoming.
You should go on ahead. It welcomed you
Alright.
by name. Well, not by name, but it knew what you were.
As each person walks through the gates, you can see that it repeats the same welcome, naming your land of origin.
Hey, Laza. You joining us? It seems to not be trapped.
As Laza approaches, you can see that it welcomes Laza as the son of Vega.
I haven't seen that one named before. What is the land of Vega?
It was,
Continue.
it was mentioned in the Temple of Ezekine. Were you there? No, you were there.
A little bit.
I wasn't there.
It's on the murals. It's the people who became the Entvanti, I believe. The first human people.
Well, yeah, but we didn't really learn too much about it.
Look, I
When
know it
Laza
might
gets
be
to this point, he will suddenly stop and hold his hand up to his forehead, his trunk wrapping itself around his arm. Oh! Oh my!
Are you well?
I see something. A woman, one like you, Marlowe, standing, speaking to another, a demon, I think. She seems scared. It's gone.
One like me is in very like me, or one like me is in an Asimar, or
One-
someone from Majital.
One who has plain touched blood.
pulls out glaive.
Does
Demon.
this
Got
happen
it.
often?
Please. I do.
Miss Knarh, we want to approach this with peace.
Thank you.
Looks away.
Yeah.
Mr.
It
Marlowe
not be-
seems incredibly wary of anything going on here. And I'm going to trust a foreigner about foreign affairs.
Back out.
You spoke that they were plane touched, like Marlowe. Could you tell me what plane you believe them from?
I'm
Or
sorry,
their blood?
I saw very little. All I know is that she was scared.
There's no use fussing over vision.
It's
We should
fair.
continue.
You will to continue, Laza, if you need a moment.
I'm fine. Knowledge awaits.
Knarh takes a breath. Be like a cloud. Be like a cloud.
All right, and the party gets to about here. When there is a roiling of shadows.
I would monitor Laza carefully throughout walking behind him.
Okay, make a perception check.
Does inspiration still use the base 5 exposure as a reference?
Okay, so everything in the game that normally uses exposure, your base is always 5. Your exposure can't go up, it can't go down. You have no negative effects from it, only the positive kinds. For example, druids, Alkana is always at 5 in any way that the player wishes for it to go, except that you cannot lower somebody's exposure, but you can still gain the benefits as if you did. And also, if you drain somebody's exposure as they cast, you still get to upcast your spell. It's all the benefits, none of the negatives.
So like feasting and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
Feasting is the only exception because you can never get to 10, but you don't have to deal with the starving part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay, then in that same vein, while we're on it, as a sorcerer, do I still get access to metamagics such as Quicken Spell?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. Thank you.
One request for all of you. Briefly in your minds, if you can find a reason for being here. Some pursuit of knowledge or something. I'd rather have that be available to put on the table if questioned.
And you said anything.
Yeah, why not? Best and worst case scenario is we run into whoever owns this place, seemingly, and they say, unfortunately, it is not in this library, and we get to keep our lives. But if we're dishonest or if we're aggressive, we might just be seen as insects to be getting rid of.
I'm very new to this whole idea of magic and floating islands, and this seems somewhat normal to you.
This is not normal to me.
Well,
I am
you play it off very well.
I'm quite terrified, Mrs. Mouse.
I want to ask you a question in regards to what I would want to find here. Would it be considered a big thing or a minor thing where you're from to bring someone back from the dead?
It depends on who you are, how much power you have, you're capable of. It is a possibility, but it is not a probability. It is certainly within the realms of possibility.
I mean, 2 of us were brought back from the dead. And
I don't...
I
No
think you're
offense,
still...
but I don't mean like you.
You died. I choose to die.
well, I was speaking to Lurker. Yes, you were simply transformed.
Oh,
Rome ascended, you died.
There's
Swig.
3
Swig.
of us.
who's this looker?
All right, you ready? The shadows swirl before you, and you see a creature appear from them. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Haven't done this in a long time. This creature appears.
Ooh.
That
Oh, right
looks
off the bat.
Undead.
We
Knarh.
found him.
It's like fences. I know. Cloud, play nice, play nice.
All right, as the creature appears, you will see that it looks at you for just a moment with a kind of discerning eye, before finally it speaks. So, what brings you here?
Relaxes just a
Let me,
little bit.
Let me adjust you quick.
Sorry, was that too loud? Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
It jump scared me.
Abby does the opposite of relax.
Well, out with it already.
We are travelers.
Yes,
Some
I
from
see your
afar,
souls,
some
I
from
see your
near.
souls, I see your souls. Why are you here?
Interested in the pursuit of knowledge. I can speak for myself.
Yes,
Why
very
are you
good.
guys here?
Very good, very good. I am Cornelius Blackfire. I am the keeper of this place. Any questions that you might have or answers that you seek, I am compelled by my service to provide them to you. Or, if I am unable to answer, to allow you access to a place where you may find such things. Before we get started, there's a few things that we must discuss. There are rules that must be held. First, you may take nothing from this place, except the lessons you learn from it. And you must also, in exchange, upon your exit, leave a piece of knowledge, so that those that come after you may use it. That is it. That is all. Now, are there any of the learned amongst you?
Define learned.
You. You two. He will point towards Laza and towards Marlowe. Very good. Let's see. He'll open his book. He'll take a closer look at you with his eyes squinting somehow, even though he's a skull. And then he will say, a bard and a wizard. Very good. As you are one of the learned, you are to keep the lesser intellects in check. Is this understood?
Yes.
Good. Now then. Pardon me.
Bless you.
This is the library of Kasael, a residuum of knowledge kept safe from the prying hands of those that would keep knowledge for themselves, and away from the zealotous hands that would seek to propagize it. It is my holy duty, sacred even, to keep such things safe. First, let us begin with a tour. Come with me.
A tour.
Come along. You have legs, use them. You're still alive, you have muscles. Do you have any idea how hard it is to walk without any muscles? Quite difficult, I would say. My ligaments are missing.
You wish for a
Laza,
ride?
You alright?
How do you do it at all?
I can't move
Question.
both. I can't move both. I can't move both. I can't. Ah. Yeah, if you could do me a favor, because I'm gonna have a lot of moving parts. I'm gonna give you ownership of Laza so you can move them for me.
Question,
Yeah.
Mr. Blackfire. How
You
do you
can hold his trunk.
Hold,
how do you gain traction with
hold my trunk.
with bone feet?
It's quite simple. I lean forward.
That's what I do when I run.
How do you gain friends with such low intellect?
Damn.
We're all low intellect. That's how.
He doesn't expect an answer and rolls
I have
past
a
you.
+1.
He doesn't answer.
I got him there. Got him good.
The guy's
I've
from
got
the
a-
Alpha generation.
This guy's from the Alpha.
I've got a little intellect. I got a 1.
This guy. I like this guy.
There he is. Okay, configure. Let me give ownership to Marlowe so I can move this shit. Okay, there we go. There you go. Should be able to move him for me now. Okay. And so, Cornelius will lead you inside. Oh! There. Let me check again. Are there any paladins amongst you? No? Good.
No.
Good. He'll write something down in his book. Last thing we need is another incident of righteousness coming in here, yelling at me.
Have you had this problem many times?
The door will go. Open, says me. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Here,
Gathered?
right here. You have to go here.
Further forward?
Yes. Good. Now, hold my bony fingers. Just kidding.
No,
Ugh.
thank you.
No, thank
gonna-
you.
Come on now,
powers
reach
combined.
out and grasp me with both hands.
Listen, I already have my choice words towards undead, but I'm being nicer. Smiles.
She's loading.
Marlowe is weeping to himself as if this is the end of Love Actually. Everything he ever wanted.
We've been teaching her tolerance. It's a slow.
Don't mind her. She's a impatient one.
Look, you aren't randomly killing like a mindless zombie, so I'll tolerate.
Oh, you're
Not a relation,
tolerating
just
my
a friend.
existence. Well, feeling is mutual, you walking pile of shit and piss.
Damn.
This man is a savage.
I'm sorry. It's been
But he's right.
It's been so long since I played Cornelius. You guys have no
Ah.
idea.
Well, while we're on the topic, does the Library of Kasael have bathrooms?
What?
Or
No, of
baths?
course not.
Please.
If
tell me
you find the
this.
need to defecate or to urinate, simply go off the side of the parapet.
Ugh.
Let the
So-
elementals deal with it. That's all they're good for anyway. You will hear Wind yell at
Yes.
him. I don't need any of your back sass!
You have an open slot in your party, because I want to be here forever.
Okay. Alright, where is he going to take you guys first? Let's take you guys to...
Fitness center. Yeah. Taking all his gains.
Oh, yeah, he'd take you here first. You're going to have a lot of
Marlowe's
questions.
nervously giddily shaking Laza's trunk. He saw my soul.
What does that mean? He sees our soul.
I think it's a metaphor.
I think it's
time
quite literal.
Well,
See
last
how
time I saw
glowy
my
his
soul is when the ritual happened. It was an out-of-body experience. The last I felt.
You now feel different being in this place.
It's different, but the same.
I mean, it's like there's a constant gnawing similar to hunger, but it's less in your stomach, more in like your entire being.
It's like a void that's been filled forcefully.
You want to show him your acorn, bro?
Please don't do that either.
The mana's balanced here. I don't need to do that. Be goddamn quiet. Goddamn it.
I was just giving you shit.
Please
Yeah, I
don't
know. Yeah,
drop
no,
that.
no. I am not. It's secured.
Should I roll that dice?
Good lord, no.
I'm kidding. I know how you feel about it.
Well, no, I just not in front of
Actually,
the
no.
insanely powerful being, please.
Because technically we've been inscribed to take responsibility for your actions.
And we know when you
Which-
guys are loaded.
Loaded.
Holy shit.
Loaded.
Whoa.
Loaded?
The map names are what Cornelius has named all the places because he is the keeper. So,
Pretty good.
is everyone
Name,
loaded in?
I can't see the name.
But
I mean,
it flashed past and then loaded very quickly.
The name of the map is the time, place, thing. Shut up! I'm not good at naming things.
Oh, my computer loads too quick.
What a curse.
Okay, everybody in there?
It really is.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah,
All right.
we're all here.
I can't look at the tips and tricks.
Come along, mortals, with all of your fleshy bits and all of that.
You noticed my fleshy bits?
Oh.
Stop telling us about your fleshy bits, Mr.
Come along. We have a schedule to
Read.
keep.
I mean, all of us
Do
are
I step in the circle?
alive.
Yes, you can step. What? Yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Don't
listen.
crowd me. You don't have to stand next to me.
Stands
Sorry, I'm
next to
excited.
you.
Mr. Marlowe, you forgot Mr. Lazo.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Hold my trunk. Right, as you guys all gather around, Cornelius will expand outwards, and he will say, "Welcome to Raquel's Sanctuary. This is one of the few working, unelucidated, and unpolitically aligned chronometers that you're going to find. You can review almost any point in history, as perceived by the Library of Kasael, which, I should remind you, has a 91% accuracy rate. Thank you very much. Raised it 2% all by myself, I did. You can take whatever time you wish here, investigate, ask your questions. Each of the different areas are separated by era, as well as any heroic deeds /and/or catastrophes in order to make such a thing. Keep in mind that we are staying within the prime timeline. We are not going in any of the jagged ones, as that is forbidden by Raquel herself. And I, unlike you, value my existence, and I do not wish to piss off the goddess of time. Are there any questions?
No pissing off of goddesses. Got it.
I have a few.
Oh, please!
A bit overwhelmed, but it's more about yourself.
Oh, sure! I love talking about myself.
Is that sarcasm?
It was not!
Okay. Marlowe was looking at Gruul for some translation. Is this your library? This is your
Oh,
work?
no. The Library of Kasael is actually a little bit about its history. So it is not my library. I am simply its keeper. I was chosen amongst many candidates at the end of the last reckoning. And indeed, the most important one, I might say. No, I did not create it, nor is it mine. It was created in a land called Eldasharkai by the Ash Elves, or Sharkai in their own tongue. That is why it has the name Kasael, which is their own naming, meaning the Knight's Reliquary is what it means in literal translation, I believe. I will admit my Sharkai is a little rusty. But essentially, it was created by them as a requiem of knowledge and indeed a safe place for their exiled elves, their leader of which, Corsael, who wished to leave behind his rather barbaric and fascist outlooks of his previous land to live a relatively free life in the land of Kalkatesh. And so, therefore, in exile from his own land, he sought to build something far away and isolated in the Maelstrom Mountains in Stettin. It is in that point, upon its construction, and indeed upon a varied levels of history, interaction, and indeed traveling, that over time the library of Kasael eventually became a neutral place of a reliquary of knowledge in which no deity, country, or any other entity of authority could hold sway. As such...
I had heard rumors of this place's existence, but only as legend of a place under Majatal.
Well, it moves, you see. That's one of the ways...
That makes sense. That's why it's probably here.
Indeed, it is one of the many facets and amenities in this particular library, is its constant shifting position means it cannot be conquested. Very important. No sword can take it, for it is not there for very long. And indeed, although I cannot tell you how, it is even so much as the twisting of fate seems to take it where it needs to be the most.
Wait.
Out
How
of character.
quickly-
It's randomly rolled!
How quickly does it move?
Instantaneously.
Oh.
Ah, damn.
Like
I
this.
know people who are...
Ta-da! Just like that.
I guess the question would be, would those inside be warned before teleporting? Many of
What?
us would rather not leave the continent. If it
Oh,
were-
no, you have no worries of that. The library does not take any with it that do not wish to go. Although, a few times it has happened that some refused to leave, and so they went with it. But, as keeper, it is my judgment as to whether or not those individuals should stay or leave.
Are we allowed to... Well, should we keep this location a secret?
You can tell whoever you want. It won't be here when they try to find it.
Oh. More just the idea of letting someone know that it moves. I have a friend currently in Majatal looking for this library.
Oh, yes. Tell
Is
whoever
it
you'd
dead?
like. Should fate determine it necessary, it shall appear before them.
That's fair. Well, is this the center of the library, the whole of it? Is there more to the tour?
Oh, no, there's many different wings to go to, but first one is to bring you here to Raquel's Sanctuary, to the Chronometer, as I'm sure that any questions you might have would be within the past, the present, perhaps even the future.
I mean, we did originally come here to, I believe, at least to some part, learn of the ancients of Corvanas.
Ancients of Corvanas. One moment. He'll flip through his book. Ancients, okay. Corvanas. Ah, here we are. Yes. Come on. See. Open. Keys. Please. Joss. Black Beast. In the Laughing Red. Please. This Israel. Let's go with the Curio. Ah, here we are. Corvanas Ancients. Let's see. Which of the 5 would you like to know of?
You look to Marlowe.
The Whispering King, I believe.
Whispering King. Ah, yes, the one with all these pesky divination blocks. He'll spit on the page and rub it out. Ah, there we are. Let's see here. Ah, that would explain it. Tricksy little culprit. One of the spawn of Tyr, I take it. That would explain why it's so difficult to find them. Oh, what a strange little character he was. Well, your Whispering King is none other than, well, essentially a facsimile of the very man himself. No doubt left as one of his 1,000 contingencies should his original plan fail to act. It would seem this particular individual is sought with the reconnecting of the ley lines. Interesting. Very barbaric practice, but an interesting one to try and control the waves of mana. It would seem, however, that it failed. Very interesting indeed.
And what if his plan didn't fail?
Well,
Are these contingencies just left about to cause...
oh, his
havoc on-
plan didn't fail. He assisted the Seven in their defeat of the enemy, as is history. But his many contingencies, and indeed the echoes themselves of that great confrontation, yet still linger and echo to this day. Not only in the past from which the preparations were made, but indeed of the very present day, of which their ripples are still felt, and indeed in the future, in which those that react to those ripples shall ripple in and of themselves. 'Tis the way of things, or as Raquel tries to wield it, as best she can.
So this was some kind of tool to fight some other battle, and the tool was seen as not useful?
One of hundreds of experiments across many different worlds, planes, and places. The Mad Wizard Tyr earned his title, the Mad Wizard. Quite potent and powerful. Few casters in existence could even compare to him. There's a few, obviously, but not many. And because of that, his attempted experiments to prepare for the great confrontation, there were many of them. And although he eventually found what he was looking for, there are still many places in which his influence doth linger. And also the lingering of others as well. There are many entities that sought to face the enemy. Tyr may have been successful, but only because, in the great weave of fate, several forces came together at the same time. Each of the 13 clocks struck at the same minute. Each of the 13 winds blew in the same direction. All at the same time. 'Tis what has led us to where we are today. That there is even a prospect of a future is because of these things. I suspect that your Whispering King is simply one of those paths not taken, or perhaps, more accurately, perhaps even a piece to a new path, one that led to another one due to the experimentation. Tyr was a great mage, very innovative, but he left a lot of messes. He did not clean up after himself. Oh my, he did not.
Are there any of the notes of this experiment, specifically of the Whispering King?
Direct notes? No. The library is not omniscient. We cannot know that which is well protected, and those things that are not left willingly. But, fear not, there are many different secrets that we do contain, and I do think we can find what you're looking for. Specifically, all I have on the Whispering King is, as he snaps his fingers, here. And he will hand it towards you, Marlowe. You may read this to your heart's content, but you may not take it from the library.
Well understood. Marlowe will hand it to Knarh.
Okay. Takes book.
I'm at a bit of a conflict of interest here, as every second that passes in this place, I care less and less about the Whispering King, or the secrets that it holds, or even the land around it. I am thoroughly overwhelmed, but I do understand that this is your home, and your future, potentially, so I will keep that in mind.
I suppose.
Well, anything else?
Perhaps the effects of becoming undead on one's soul, and how
we
that
have an entire undead section. I could answer those questions myself. He'll close his book. How can I help you, Dirtling?
Oh, as you probably know, I've recently,
Yes. A partial spell, I should say. No doubt the result of your broken ley line. The spell isn't even complete, which is probably why you still hunger for mana. It's to sustain the spell that makes you upright. The energy that suffices you with necrotic power is incomplete. You're constantly draining it, hence why you must feed. Here, there is enough magic within the air that you would be self-sustained. 'Tis tragic, but expected, after all. Your continent is stunted. And very unfortunately so, for I believe it is what is causing quite a bit of problems on the entirety of Verum, if I'm to be quite honest.
If it's incomplete, is there a way to finish it or stabilize it?
Of course, I could do that right now if you wanted.
It would be so simple?
Yes, I could even make you living again if you wished. I understand that these concepts are difficult to believe in, but you are from a place in which magic has been suppressed, broken, propagated, and, well, to be quite honest, denied to you. And it is that denial of that broken ley line and even the propagation of its existence, which I think is what is leading to the great bleed out across Verum. The problems in your continent affect all of them, although some of them don't even know it yet.
That's... Huh. You could restore me to life.
Yes.
Would that count as something that he would take from here were he to leave?
Well, it isn't the library doing it, it's me. I get to decide to do with my powers as I wish. I can understand that you're a bit put off, but let me explain it to you this way. Your life isn't special. You are not special. It isn't. Life is energy. It flows around us, much like fire and wind. Life goes in, life comes out, life changes its many forms. But it is still the same. Your life is no different from that of a bird, fish, cow. But there is one difference, and that is your refraction. Each of you bear a traveler's soul. One of the greatest cosmic phenomenon that we mages have ever researched. No one even truly knows how it functions. Few have ever even found its secrets. Even Tyr, one of the greatest minds, Taladon himself even. No one truly knows. But you have one. And that means that you have a stronger connection to the body in which you inhabit. Restoring you to life is as simple as an uttering of words and a twisting of fingers. Restoring others to life, more difficult. Their weaker souls detach from their bodies more completely, and over time, they meld with the remainder of the life stream, and the person that once was is no longer.
How would you know if someone had a traveler's soul rather than a regular one? Is it apparent?
A great question, but one I cannot answer for you, for I do not know. You stand before me, and I can see it. Well, except her, him, it. Trunks, you! Pointing to Laza.
Knarh turns and stares.
Laza will look kind of confused. Sorry, but you don't.
But he's so powerful. How could he not?
I believe it doesn't mean if you're powerful or not. It's you're selected.
Abby will go quiet.
Does he have a traveler soul? Like, I'll ask him.
I do not know the person in question. What is their name? As he opens his book.
I'm talking about you, Cornelius.
Oh, me! Oh, no, I do not.
See?
I do not have a traveler's soul. But I was able to bind myself through a phylactery through the Great Lich's ritual and then relayer that about 3 or 4 times with contingencies. So although I do not have the capacity of a traveler's soul for its many refractions and its near eternal amount of potential, I have been able to outlive the problematic scintillations of my own soul. There are many
Mr.
ways to skin a cat, as they say.
Mr. Cornelius, there were refractions about these soul fragments of ours. Would we be able to extinguish them or reconstitute them upon ourselves?
It is a very grave thing to actually destroy a piece of life. Killing something is not destroying the life, it is transferring its energy. But to snuff out a soul? There's no...
The fragments of one.
Even
the
the
refractions.
Even the fragments of one. And especially when it comes to being a traveler's soul. The destruction of their fragmentations. Only one being has ever been capable of doing that. And thank whatever gods that you worship that it is currently sealed. And sleeps where it belongs.
Swig.
Who would that being be?
No. Go ahead.
The being is known as the enemy.
Oh.
The bearer
That name again.
of the violet.
Do you have a record of the Violet Saga? You seem... Well, I assume you were there in Majatal, unless
I was.
we just had the wrong impression.
I have seen...
Is there a copy here?
I have seen 3 surgences and iterations of the 7. I also witnessed the final one. As for copies, of course there are. You may peruse to your leisure.
Knarh, I think. If you have the time, you might want to read that.
Yeah.
Despite giving a connection between us and the context, it would explain a lot of what you had felt in that place that we were in.
Mytheria was a 7 or something, yeah?
She was, yes. In fact, he will shift through his book. She was a 7 and a traveler's soul, it seems. Let's see. And she is... she still lives. The rest of her companions seem to be dead. Interesting.
Well, of course, she's a goddess.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, we
You're
forgot to
wrong.
tell you that part, didn't we?
Tell me what part?
To be clear, your Mytheria is, by the most loosest definitions, a goddess. However, she is currently sealed. In quite the ironic prison, I might say.
Wait, do you have a copy of the Saga of Ascension? Or the Sagas of...
I have all of them.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Weird.
I don't
Who
have
is
my
that?
records of him.
Old friend.
Traveler soul.
Good guy.
Actual good guy.
Best guy.
What did Mytheria do that got her in the position of getting sealed and everything?
Oh, her story is not that complex, really. She thought, well, this is just my opinion, mind you, as he'll kind of speak out loud to the library. I am currently stating an opinion of me, not the library. The entire building shudders a little bit. Pay no mind to that. It gets a little bitchy. Anyway, as he kind of leans into it. In my opinion, her story is not that complex. She saw a problem, she sought to solve it, she solved it, but didn't think about what comes next. What happens when you slay the dragon and peace is restored to the world? It is not as if the world is simply peaceful. You've only defeated one thing. Unfortunately for her, the act of her defeating her great enemy was to destroy herself. Or at least in the definition in which such things matter to the Corvins. And so she was martyred, and a religion was made around her, in which, at the beginning, many directly translated her words, and then interpretations took over, and in the finite lifespan and the repetition of human generations, mistranslated and eventually turned to serve the purposes of those in power, rather than perhaps how it originally was stated for her. And ironically, through all of this, even though her companions died at her own hand, betraying them, as is the course for those that bear the power of the Violet, she was supposed to be destroyed completely. However, since the Reckoning's fall and the enemy being defeated, and once the Herald released all of those claimed by the Violet back into the world, so too was Mytheria restored. But the problem is that she was restored as a paradox to her own religion, thus its weakening, and indeed, a most deliciously ironic prison of her soul being inhabited into a body. She lingers now, chained in the demon wastes, in the body of a succubus. Like I said,
Knarh
ironic.
just kind of sits down and absorbs that.
I also sit.
Wait, then why would
Succubus.
they told him to kill the High Priest? Wasn't that supposed to be where she was at?
Bring down the religion.
Oh, I can explain that. So the the inheritance of the maiden and the high priest of Mytheria, that is that the power of the belief of all of those people no longer having a person, a deity in which to reside within, still needs a vessel. And because she is Blue Pantheon and is not powerful enough to have her own reign of existence, or at least not quite the same, that is, it is unfortunate that that power needs a vessel. In this case, the Mytherians discovered a method of transference of that ideal from one body to the other. So every high priestess is essentially burnt away to hold that power, while a maiden is trained to take the power next, and then it is passed down, each one destroying a life in exchange for all to have access to the power of their light.
What happens if they skip one, or they miss it?
Oh, then the power permanently reduces, or it's lost forever. Out into the ether, as it were. Well, actually, he leans in, technically speaking, it's not going to be wasted. There will be plenty of denizens, creatures of all sorts and manners that would feast upon such relinquished idealistic energy, whether it be other deities, aberrations, or perhaps even leviathans more accurately. Thankfully, from my records, it doesn't seem like the Mytherians are an inefficient lot, having backup maidens and plans in place in order to hold such things in mark. In fact, I think that their implementation of these four hands of Mytheria, these knights that ensure that no maiden escapes her duty, is quite ingenious, especially with the soul binding bit.
So that's why he wanted Telry to kill her.
He's wrong.
Hmm.
Blasted idiot.
If you spoke to Telry for 5 minutes, I'm sure you'd realize he's wrong about a lot of things.
I like
Well,
you.
where you can learn. These are opportunities for him. Not
Wait, did
mistakes.
you just show affection to another person there, Marlowe? I'm not gonna let that one pass.
Technically, I'm not a person.
Verbally. No, I was talking about the Twilight Sparkle.
Oh,
Me!
apologies.
Keep it to
I also
yourself.
like you, but I'm too nervous to express that.
Yes, many are.
So,
He's wrong.
how exactly... Who exactly is chaining her within the body of a succubus? This seems a strange
The
place
Black
for her to
Hand, I'd
manifest.
assume.
Ask your question again. I didn't hear it.
No, how exactly did she find herself chained in a body of a succubus in the demon waste? It seemed a strange place for her to reappear.
Well, I presume that the succubus was chained first, and then its soul was taken from it, or whatever demon shenaniganry, and then through the cosmic errant of fate, when the enemy was defeated and the Herald released all the souls, they were all sent back to their origin. However, them being sent back has been proven to be quite inaccurate, as it's not so much as a precise firing and more so of a flinging of shit on a wall, and it seems that the very soul of Mytheria was placed inside of a demon. Once again, hilariously ironic.
A bad roll of the dice, so to speak.
Indeed.
No, she's... See the irony.
Is this was this done by the demons, or as mentioned before, the Black Hand? If you know.
Well, the Black Hand, I believe, was one of her companions, betrayed and killed like all the others. She even killed her own father.
Yes, she did.
We've met him.
Ah. Oh, yes. I recognize that magic now. No wonder. Not even a practiced mage. This is what happens when you rely on the crutch of artifacts and don't do the casting yourself. You lose valuable muscles. Magic muscles. Not that I have any. That's not the point.
You speak of the crown on his hand?
Indeed, and that bell, I believe.
Yes.
No, we were all risen by the crown, but what is...
Besides, no, he was by the bell.
No. Good to know, at least. But... You state that he's a practiced mage and inefficient, but...
Well, he's not a practiced mage, that's my point.
Oh.
He relies solely on the artifacts in order to make such things happen. It's one of the curious things. Even though the ley line of Corvinus is so blastedly messed up, the artifacts seem to have retained their potency, especially the ones made before the ley line was infected, let's say. They seem to have plenty of potency. All of the crowns, the apotem symbols, the various weapons, armors, things like that.
Like sealed barrels of ale on a shipwreck.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a brief question. I just want to throw this in here. In terms of the rules of this library, is there anything that is forbidden to be added to it?
Not really. No. Oh, nothing false, obviously.
That makes sense.
And it's important to denote fact versus opinion. As he will look up towards the library again.
Does it shut up?
It doesn't.
Also, there was... I spoke to one of the... I believe you called it an epitome on the other, and they mentioned showed me, really, a large island to the northwest.
Ah, yes, the Stillborn Grove. Yes, that's a whole nother problem. Also, probably one of Tyr, if I am suspecting it correctly. I believe it is one of the places where he started his more flesh-based experiments. Yes, to creating synthetic life with a fleshed vessel. I don't have many notes upon it, but from what I do see in my tome, it seems, as he starts to look through it, that it was an attempt... Oh! As he kind of reads more. Oh, that explains it. Ah, yes. That is in fact where the ley lines are broken. That silly little devil tried to directly conduce life into a... Why, goodness. No wonder. Someone needs to take care of that, or else that'll spread to the other continents.
Wait, what?
The Stillborn Grove.
Right.
Take care of what?
The problem at the Stillborn Grove.
I think she wants you to explain it, I guess, in a way that us lesser
I'm a dumb one, remember?
Why are you offended by that? It is simply a fact. You are a lesser intellect. He'll kind of shrug. Anyway, so essentially, let me explain it to you this way. Do you know what a druid is? Or more specifically, what a druid does?
Points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He had a bit of motivated reasoning.
Takes
Well,
care of the ley lines, makes groves.
You're correct for the most part, but the actual purpose of Druidism, as being one of the oldest forms of magic, is to maintain the ley lines. Life is energy. Magic is energy. Without it, one cannot be the other. So, that means the ley lines, much like a flower, needs to be tended to. Even the one above all must tend to the great tree of Yggdrasil in order to ensure that it continues to grow. And so does, on that grand cosmic scale, does a druid to a much smaller scale do the same with the local ley lines that they are entrusted over. The circles provide themselves as mechanical seals to this energy, and the druids taper, give, and take as needed to ensure that the ley lines remain balanced. Therefore, the more healthy the druidic population of a place, the more healthy its magic is, for the most part. And so, therefore, as the druids have been destroyed, and indeed tricked to a certain regard, of a stillborn grove being at the nexus of their actual power source, imagine if you were in charge of the water supply, and you were shitting in it every day. Eventually, someone's going to get sick. Now imagine if that sickness was horrifying aberrations. That's essentially what is happening. The ley lines are sputtering out. Wild magic events, no doubt, coalescing inside of recently birthed children with sorcerous marks. He'll look at Knarh pointedly. And indeed in all manner of other such inclinations and manifestations. I predict that in just 20, maybe 30 years' time, the ley lines will get so bad that the actual Earth itself will begin to sift and construct. In fact, I even see here that it's already begun, as he points to a map on his book, a map of Corvinus towards the Broken Brothers and the Broken Oaks. See, here the aberrations have already begun. I dare say in about 30 years' time it is no longer demons that the Mytharians will have to be worried about, but it is the mutated people of their kin. I suspect that if no one interferes, Corvinus will be lost. Life will have to be reset, possibly by another world seed. But that's above my pay grade. He closes his book.
Alright. So we've got a problem with druids and all that stuff. And there's a problem up in this Broken Grove area. How would you fix the ley lines where they're broken?
Well, first you need to deal with the... Did you not listen to anything I said?
You need to deal with the problem.
Yes, the problem is the man shitting in the water.
Who is the man?
The island.
No.
Is the man. Do they not have metaphors on your world and your continent?
Deal with the
I'm
island,
very
it's
well
the
versed in
start to
metaphor.
fixing the problem. Got it.
I have been blasted over the last few months with a very different forms of metaphors. I guess that I have to get used to each new flavor.
Ew. Gross.
Is any book here free reign to read? Understanding
yes,
that it
of
cannot
course.
be removed.
You just simply cannot take it with you. Oh, and,
Okay.
yes, anyway, continue. Sorry.
Were you
What?
going to say something?
Oh, no!
It was just
Sorry, I'm dead, and sometimes I have to belch grave.
Ew. Takes a step back.
Oh, it's not any different than your constant shitting of sweat out of your skin, you pheromone-ridden living sack of actual shit and piss.
Yeah,
Ladies,
it's pretty gross.
don't sweat, we perspire. But
Yeah, you also
I know what
bleed
you're meaning.
I thought I just sweat.
once a month for no
You're
reason.
not a lady now, but we can work on it.
Oh,
They
wow.
sprayed pheromones all over me for the past year. Really agitating.
Yeah, this is fucked.
If we have a moment, Swig, Venif, his proposition of correcting our conditions, or at least in finishing the spell, are either of you interested in such things?
I have a thing or two to ask. So as a partial ritual, I was
Yes?
told that I cannot enter the dream.
It is true. One of the downsides of being undead is that you no longer sleep. And indeed, your death is not the same, and you cannot venture into the dream. And, as he takes a closer look, as I sense you are a warrior, that also means that you are denied the warrior's rest.
Yes.
I will admit that although I find wizardry and magical practitioners to be far superior to any swordplay, I do have a respect for what awaits those of your ilk that serve in steel and flesh, die in horrible conditions, and then live what is essentially one of the best endings any of us could ever hope for. You were saying?
Would that becoming a full undead finishing, the results would be the same. I would not be able to seek glory in afterlife.
I do not know. Normally, yes, it would be forever denied to you. But there are exceptions to every rule. And you have a traveler's soul. You are, by definition, an exception to the rule. Your will, although it will be struggled, twisted, broken, has one thing that no other being possesses: freedom. Freedom from the confines of fate. Freedom to enact one's will. It is why, after all, the greatest threat that creation has ever known was stopped by one of your ilk. The seven are forged of traveler's souls. So while my answer to you is that you would be denied it, take courage that you may yet see your reward. Or you could just be alive again. It's really up to you.
Does Tyr have a traveler's soul?
Yes, at least he did. I'm not sure anymore.
And
So
you
he would be
lose
one of our
something
ilk?
like that.
Well, he is, after all, an exception. However, he is difficult to describe. My records show that his soul was, well, used in a way. Let us just say that he fulfilled his final task and aided the Seven in defeating the enemy.
When we were explained the process of our undeath, part of it was about the malleability, I guess you could say, of our bodies and the changes that may undergo. I haven't seen much of this, but would you know a bit more of it?
Well, yes. There's all sorts of avenues for flesh crafting. You have to understand, your Barrow King, as impressive as I'm sure he seemed to you, is quite rudimentary in his use of magic. I could, within seconds, make you a proper undead, with all sorts and manners of the bells and whistles of such things. However, you will see that Cornelius actually begins to sigh a little bit. I have been undead for more years than I remember. Certainly longer than I was ever alive. And I can tell you this. I do not regret why I became this way. But there are pieces of life that I can never experience again. If you have the chance to live again, I would take it. For death is inevitable, and life is so temporary. Enjoy it. That is my advice. I don't really care in either way. Do whatever you want.
Been up to kind of climb down off breakfast. You and I have similarities. I have lived in life for a sliver a moment and lost it. I think I became an undead to stop those who wish to take life away. I would like to be fully undead. With a companion of mine, of course.
Are you sure? Once I complete the spell, you will not be able to return.
It'll be a silence. I fully know the consequences of throwing life itself away. I've done it once, but I guess I have not fully done it. I want to stop those who take life away as easily as they can, so others don't have to go through what I've done. Yes, I would like to be fully transformation into an undead.
So be it. Cornelius will lift his hands, clap them together, and a flash of magic. You are no longer risen. Alright, I have to roll what kind of undead you are now.
Oh.
Give me just a second.
We'd be a lich. We'd be brothers.
Let me... Sorry.
No, a Death Knight, brother. You want to be a Death Knight.
No. I'm gonna be your mom. Kidding.
Mama.
I'm gonna be your mom. Isn't this song sick?
So good.
Yes.
Okay.
I am now saving it to my list.
It's tear jerking.
All right.
Yeah.
There's definitely some big sad going on.
Okay. Man, I told you guys, coming in here.
Flip your world upside down for sure.
Yep.
I guess during the meantime, I will reveal the Balefrost.
You are now a white.
I'm white? Oh,
He's white.
No, a white. Wait, I'm white? I think I'll use my credit card.
I'll use my credit card. I guess I will.
Can I
Buy the game
reroll?
now.
Nobody wants to be white on the internet.
Is this pizza gluten-free?
I will hold Balefrost, and he will touch a certain part of the shaft. And he will say, I'll be there, little one. Just you wait. He continues.
Cornelius will look towards the other two. And what of you?
Does that affect breakfast?
Yeah, we'll go over
Okay.
all the white stuff.
Gotcha.
Because I have to fucking write it for player character use.
Yeah.
You no longer eat exposure, you just eat La Croix.
Swig.
I eat gluten-free food.
Yeah, you gain more power, but people care less about your opinion.
Sagan?
What? He looks to the...
Lurker muted out for a second there.
You called me. I said yes. I answered.
Ah, okay. This is a difficult decision. What is your opinion on this?
You know, the, the process of life that I've been, I guess, somewhat vividly thought has already been broken. I've been brought to life. I'm already here. I might as well just fully commit.
Are you happy as you are? You didn't seem so earlier.
I'm not sad, I'm not dead.
Put a hands up. Do you wish to feel substance again? I would turn away
There's
from the
plenty
path.
of ways to feel substance other than being alive. Being alive is an experience I've already had. Maybe being true dead would be a different experience of substances.
Are there drugs that affect the undead? Like undead silver soul? Mr. Cornelius, do you do drugs? Or if you don't, could you?
I used to. Like, oh man. When I was alive, I was blasted all the time.
Hmm.
But no, I cannot do them anymore. At least not easily.
Are there ways to simulate such experiences?
Well, of course there are. My favorite method is possession.
Mr. Suig, have you ever tried, drugs while being a monkey or something?
Hypothetically speaking.
See, that's like plan B. It would be like, a way to also experience it.
Well,
I guess in a way you can be both alive and dead, considering your transformations still breathe and bleed.
Yes.
I'm sure we could find all the answers to anything we might want to know. Do you have any requests of us other than the fact that we leave something behind?
Nope, that's it. There's also a lot more
Mr.
wings to
Cornelius,
see.
I would like you to.
Yeah, I figured we should move on. Although, while we're here, Knarh, I suggest you read the Violet Saga, front to back.
Just add it to my stack, I suppose. Violet Saga, what on earth, the experiment that tier guy was doing. Yay, reading.
You know how to read, right?
You can just what? Would you like to see what he was doing? Sorry, I'm eating flesh.
We can watch.
Ew.
We can watch the books.
Well, yeah.
That sounds
nonchalant.
This is a chronometer. I could just
immensely more.
I could just take you there, and then you can see it happen.
I was gonna get a vibe check from Laza.
Laza is losing it, dude.
Knarh's gonna walk forward.
His trunk and mouth is open.
Why not?
Laza will say, wait, how you can see through time? Yes.
You know what?
But how?
Why not?
My master said that it is difficult for anyone to see through time. Are your masters Cyclops? Well, yes. Ah! Don't worry, it's by their power we can. He'll point at the floor. See? Cyclops eye. Oh my. Don't worry, it was given to us. I didn't steal it. Well, it was here before I got here. Anyway, shall we?
Nara holds out her hand. I've seen weirder.
Why are you holding out your hand?
Show me.
But I don't need your hand. Keep your
Like
hands to
fine.
yourself.
Fine.
Now, where do you want to go? Be
are we
specific.
supposed to be eating flesh?
Be specific. Where do you want to go?
Well, I guess most of us want to understand the reasoning of the failure of, I guess, the Silent King's duties.
What?
The Silent King was allegedly.
Whispering King.
More than that, sorry, the Whispering King was allegedly a failed experiment.
So you want to see the You have to be specific.
You want to see the Whispering King's experiment.
Okay.
No. It was an experiment. I think it. I don't know if I had duties. I think it was just
At what time do you
false
want to
thing.
see this? You have to be specific.
Do we do an example first?
Yes, like for example, 2 seconds ago, in the chronometer room of the Library of Kasael, I, Cornelius Blackfire, asked you to be fucking specific. And then he will then reverse time, and you will go through all of that again. Do you understand?
Better.
Dizzying. How about the start? That makes sense.
The
to
start
me.
of what?
Of the experiment
Of?
of the Whispering King.
Finally.
Colossus.
Can you take us to the creation point of the Whispering King?
Yeah, just follow me. Alright, he'll move over here and beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Sorry, the lesser intellects are trying their hardest.
Not my first
Yes.
library. But,
Yeah, I'm sure you were doing communications in cities too.
Why does
No,
everyone have
getting
to be
there, okay?
divination wizard
I read your
squad?
mind.
Oh. Presented.
Also,
Which
one of
one
you
was
has
that?
a filthy mind.
Marlowe.
He knows. Follow me.
We'll try to bury images of Weepawak and fail.
Follow me down the stairs. Drive your hog over here.
Whee! Down the stairs.
At the mention of the word hog, images of phalluses will be smattering across Marlowe's mind.
All right. So, here's what I need from you guys. I need to obviously prepare that entire sequence because it's probably going to take me an hour to act my way through. I need you to make a list of things you want to explore here and any other questions that you want to do here. Please operate under the presumption that you can answer anything because that's going to be easier than telling you the stuff that you can't. I will tell you if you can or not, and I'll prepare the stuff that I think you'll be most interesting. Like I said,
Wow.
You're probably going to spend a lot of time here in all of the places of the library, so write out that list for me so I can prepare it ahead of time, but that's all I've got for you for today.
Wow.
Before we go, can we ask what the other wings are? And can we get a list of the wings?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Here, hold on. I can also just show them to you. Actually, it'd be easier if I just type it out.
You type it out, it'll give us something to bounce off of.
Okay, let me adjust notes. There is
Welcome to Lore Overload.
chronometer, aeonic study, astral study, inner planes study, oratory, bestiary, Artificer Workshop. Soul Cage. The Nexus. These are the places you can go. The full list for everybody is the Chronometer, Aeonic Study, Astral Study, Interplane Study, Oratory, which is the spell creation facility, Bestiary, Artificer Workshop, Soul Cage, and the Nexus.
If I wanted to learn about, or should I just like type that out? Like supernatural abilities, like my primeval conscious. What would that be?
I think we should just take the week and figure out like, okay, what are we interested in most, and then make like a priority triage.
Because I'll have to prep all that stuff because I have to have everything in front of me so I can answer your questions.
Gotcha.
I think the Whispering King is the greatest common denominator for the story amongst us, and
which is why that's coming. But I still have to prep that. It's going to take like an hour for me to act it out.
Cool.
All right.
So much lore.
Alrighty, good sesh, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Very good.
Goodness.
Hey,
So there's no bathrooms here.
Man,
Oh god, I just realized what that means.
I'm glad you guys got to meet Cornelius.
He is cool.
Every fucking lich I run into is like the coolest guy. Every time. And I fucking love it.
Do not let your guard down.
All the liches around here just seem to be cool guys.
It's probably just as dangerous as we thought it was.
No, he's probably terrified.
I can't wait to go and hang out in the main voice tonight and have a bunch of people ask me shit. I may just answer some questions tonight. I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
Community night? Whoa.
Whoa.
Welcome to the library questions. Here. I'll have to look at this book.
God, I'm so overwhelmed by choice right now. I don't even know where to begin.
Analysis paralysis. Beautiful.
Alrighty. Good game, guys.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Thanks for all the subs. Thanks for all the support. Seriously, though, I think Zen made a bunch of subs. And then earlier today, Daniel gave another 50 subs. What a fucking madman. Thank you for all the support, guys. It really means a lot to me.
Thank you.
And obviously, we're going to have a community night in like 10, 15 minutes, probably. I'm probably going to get up, unload my mind a little bit, and then we'll hang out and we'll talk lore. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Oh, do we have fan art?
I dropped a couple things in there.
Oh, shit. Let's do fan art.
Yeah, not just a couple.
I didn't even realize we had fan art.
We have some.
Oh,
I love my party, and I fanned about them a little bit. I fangirled hard.
You did one for Laza?
I did one from Laza, yes.
All right, so first up we have is Breakfast.
Yeah.
That's a big pig.
Miss Knarh of Clan Root. Oh, we're doing journal entries from the Twilight Mouse.
Yeah, we're doing journal entries.
Studying people.
Mr. Netanoth.
AKA Gruul Stonehead? Question mark?
Mr. Marlowe. He has a rock fetish.
Question mark?
Mr. Sawig. Mr. Laza.
Oh, did you get the Vinith one?
Vinith Tier.
Not yet.
The Vinith tier one is so sick.
Yeah.
And
a little bit of breakfast.
Top left picture is so good. I love it.
It really is.
Breakfast so cute.
I've decided to review my techniques my mentor taught me. The crippling attack. The shadow step technique.
Visualize some feats. Good, yes.
Very cool.
That was fun.
Man, look at you, dude. The strongest memory is weaker than the palest ink.
Yeah, that was my mentor.
What is Master Splinter?
Basically.
It's a rat man?
I
Rat
was
brain!
I was not gonna ask if he had a traveler's soul because knowing for sure would be sad. So I'm not gonna know that one for sure.
Alrighty, I'll see you guys for community night in 10 to 15 minutes. Good games, good watching, good subs, good follows, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys for community night, where I'll probably answer some questions that I'm sure you have. Bye-bye, everybody.
But
Later.